Are you tired of feeling like crap? Ready to change but need a place to start? Good. You have won the first battle in a war. You're the commander of this army, so let's start winning. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips about food to help you start getting fitter and healthier. Do you wake up with brain fog, joints aching, with no motivation? Welcome to the club. I've been there. I still find myself there sometimes, but there is good news. You can make the choice today to start the journey toward a sharper, more alert, and engaged you. Let's get into it. Did you know that your diet is causing some of the problems that you're experiencing, but don't have an idea where to start? I was in the same boat. There are so many conflicting diets, not to mention some crazy extreme advice you see on places like YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. It's just hard to deal with. But the reality of beginning to get healthier is it's pretty simple to do proper nutrition when you cut out all the noise and bullcrap. So tip number 1 is concentrate on your ratios of food. This really is a no-brainer. Research shows, as well as empirical evidence, that structure of that this kind of a structure of nutrients can help you lose weight, have less inflammation, and think clearer. The ratios that I recommend are 50% protein, 30% fat, and 20% carbs. Now, I'm not asking you to figure out what your exact calorie needs are yet. You're just getting started, remember? So you're not trying to get bodybuilding competition shredded ready. You are just trying to begin. So the easy way to remember the 50, 30, 20 ratio is to just look at your plate and just imagine your plate in those ratios. Half the plate is protein, 30% is fats, 20% is carbohydrates. And just fill it accordingly. That's it. Again, if you're just beginning, your goal should be to create a habit of eating well, not trying to dial your diet in. So an example of this on a plate would be 2 chicken breasts, 1 avocado, and 1 serving of brown rice. Pretty simple. That is a very filling meal, and I think you'd be satisfied with that. So tip number 2 is timing. I fully believe that everyone could benefit from some form of intermittent fasting. This one's a little trickier to implement, but it's not that difficult. You just need to adjust your habits and your mindset a little bit. So the way I like to do intermittent fasting, and the way I've done it for a decade plus, is the 8-16 protocol. It goes like this. You have 8 hours to eat and 16 hours you don't eat, which includes your sleep. Pretty simple. A lot of people's lunches tend to start at noon, and so that's a good time to start. Is 12 to 8 is your eating window, and anytime outside of that, you don't eat. During the fasting time, you can have water, you could have black coffee, herbal tea, not sweetened. I'm sure there's more that you could drink, but we're keeping this simple. As you see results, you could explore other options, but stick with this to start. So tip number 3 is sugar. This is the big one for me, the one I think that is the biggest factor holding most people back from being more clear-headed, fitter, and having more energy. Added processed sugar is a nightmare. Causes inflammation all over the body, causes surges and drops in energy, and it's just not necessary at all. I recommend limiting all added sugar. I'm not talking about like fruit stuff. I'm talking about like candy bars, cakes and pies, soda. You get the idea. It's hard, but a few days of really limiting sugar in your diet and you will start to feel positive changes in the way that you feel and the amount of energy you have. Look, implementing these 3 things, committing to a month of better nutrition, is pretty simple. And here's the thing. If at the end of a month of committing to these 3 things and just trying to live a more nutritious life, you don't like results, you can always go back to eating and drinking the way that you were. This is the first video in a series of 3 that I'm doing on better nutrition, better exercise, and better mindset. And so keep an eye out for the next 2. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video. Leave a comment below with any questions you have about the information I presented, and I will get you accurate and usable information as quickly as I can. As always, go out and be a good person. We'll catch you on the flip side.